Now, after this, now I want to introduce us to another aspect of this training that is very important, which is record type. Record type is very important. Record type simply means, like say we're building a project object now, you need to designate it to say, what about if I'm building a project that has to do with production? And there's another project that has to do with installation. And if I'm building an installation project, there can be some field that I can include on my installation project that I don't necessarily need in my production project. So I'm kind of trying to build record time. Okay, for this, you can have a varieties, it's the beauty of the whole thing. You can have different flavors. Record time will give you different flavors or different varieties into what you're building. Because one particular template of, say you want to build, you are building this feed, you are adding all this feed for your end user so that I can input all the record they need to input. It cannot be all encompassing. They might need to as well include some other areas that is not being captured. And you don't want just one thing to serve all the whole purpose. Then you need a kind of field. It's not all the field that you need that will be for your production, building a project that has to do with production, whereby they build a solar panel, it goes into all the value chains to make a solar panel and all the rest. After building it, there is another project entirely called installation. That installation is going to have another field, another pick list of its own that is going to be different from the status that we have for our object called a project. So I'm going to designate it like that, and that is going to take us towards another tools called record type. And the record type is so sweet that it's going to have its own page layout. And you can also make it to say, I want a particular profile to access this record type. I don't want this profile to access this record type for security reason. So if somebody is within your org now, it only has its expertise is limited to only production project. That means if he's trying to create a project, it will only see any field, any layout that has to do with production. The one that has to do with installation, you can say, okay, I want this profile to see installation as a kind of record type I want to build and all the rest. All these things that I'm saying might not really make much meaning to you. It's understandable. By the time I do the demonstration, you're going to understand it better. Let us dive in and try to build record type for our project at the same time, layout at the same time. That's what we call path. That's going to guide guide your end users all through the project process till when you say this project is commissioned, this project is not commissioned or something. That is the kind of things that we're going to be working with and see how it's going to be at the end of the day. Let's just do that. And before we do that, I need to add one more field to my project called installation. Let's say I want to call it installation. A pick list called installation stage. Let me call it installation stage. Let's now go to the app manager and get the job done. This is the app manager. From the app manager, I type in projects. I believe now we are getting familiar with the navigating the Salesforce platform. Maybe by 2 weeks' time, we should be having people writing the associate exams among us so that we get that one done as another pick list to my project. Then project, feed and relationship. Let me go to feed and relationship. This is feed and relationship. I want to add more pick list to it, another pick list that is going to work in my installation project. Then let me call this one pick list. Where's the pick list now? I already listed some feed that is going to work with the installation so that we don't waste time trying to come out with different I can call this pick list what? Let me call it installation stage. Installation stage. Installation. Installation. Installation stage. Yeah, let me call this installation stage. And I want it to enter the value. I've already pulled out some stages like what? Site assessment. Yeah, you assess the site. Your company need to assess the site whereby you want to do the installation first. That's site assessment. Assessment. Mhm. Another one is a proposal and quotation. So there must be a proposal for a proposal and quotation. Proposal quotation. Another one is going to be um contract signing. Yeah, you must sign contracts. If everything is okay, signing. Another one must be system design. Another one must be installation and construction. Yeah, you need to installation and construction. Another one is going to be installation and construction. We have quality assurance. Is everything okay? Quality assurance. Assurance. Another one is client training. You're going to need to train your client about how they're going to do after the installation of the solar. You need to train your client about how it operates and everything, how to operate it. Then commission. That's the time for party. They need to party. That's commission time. Time for to eat some stuff and be fine now. Okay, that is the pick list I've just done. Installation, restrict the pick list to the value, define the values there. Use the first value as a default. Display, mm, display not. If I say use the first value as a default, no, I want you to be selected. Installation description, no, I don't need it. Do we make it required? No, not necessary. Then you move to the next. To say make it visible to everyone. If I now want to say this feed now, pick list, I don't want to make it visible to this any of this custom profile. I can decide to do it at this level, but it's not necessary. Let them have access to it. There is nothing to hide to my end users. But if there is a need for me to hide it, I can always come back to edit this field at the object manager level to edit the field and go to where I will be able to deselect it and say, let me say at this point, I want to save new. At this point now, I need to create record types for my project. I need to create record type. I've gotten two pick lists. One will be for my production. The other one that I've gotten more than three pick lists, but the one I'm going to need for this project, one that I've done, I think I did status for the first time. I did status. Then this one I'm going to do installation stage. I will now give it to my different record type at the end of the day. Let me go to the record type now and say I'm going into the record type right in the project object. That's where I go into the record type. I didn't go to site setup because I'm building it on the project object. Then I say new record type. Then this record type now, existing record type is master. Then the one I'm going to build is called, let me call it production. Yeah, that's a production record type. Then I say, okay, description is okay. Let me just go and move on to the next stage. Oh, let me go back. I want to explain something to you. Like what I was telling you before, part of what your record type does is to give different profile, different feasibility or accessibility. Any of these profiles that I have now, let's say marketing users, if they don't have business and I deselect it, that means marketing user profile, they will not be able to access production projects. And I believe if they don't have business with it, they won't be able to access it. Even if it's in the company, they won't see the record type. But if I want them to see, I select it. Any of these ones, let's say charter free users, they don't have business with it. Charter external users, they don't have business with it. Yeah, let me just do it like that just to demonstrate to us. Analytic cloud security users, let me say I allow. So this is the kind of a thing you can actually make select available to give users assigned to this profile the ability to create done record of this record type, assign this record type to existing record to make the new record type the default for a profile that select the default users assigned. So it just means that anybody that you don't assign this profile to, any profile you don't assign this record type to, will not be able to access the production record type that you're trying to build. Then let me say next. Let me now say, let me leave a project layout, apply this only layout to all profile. Yeah. If you say, at this point is the project layout, I will apply it to different profile, different layout for each profile. Everything is okay. Then this profile, if I want to say this profile should not see this layout, I select it different profile for different this thing. I'm going to do that on later if I want to do it at all. Then I say I want to create another record type, save new. The another record type I want to create now is going to be installation. Installation is going to be installation. Then existing record type, uh, installation. Let me say installation, installation, another installation here is active. Mark available. I want to mark available, active. Then I move to next. Then project layout, project layout. Then I move to save. I've gotten, apart from the master project type I've gotten in the past, I've gotten 3D project type now. Then pick list available for editing. If I want to edit pick list here for this project, I can edit it before I do anything. But that's not what I want to do at this point. Then I want to go to I want to create layout. I want to create a layout for these two projects now. I want to create layout for them. And I say, let me check something. Status, installation stage. Yeah. Let me now go to these are pick lists that I already have in this company. In this project, I have one installation stage, I have priority as a pick list, I have status. So pick lists will always work with record type. It's kind of help you to differentiate different level of your project process. Now let me go to page layouts now. I want to create a new page layout. Project layout is already having one already. I want to create two more. One for production and one for what's it called? One for production and one for installation. Existing one is a project layout. And I will call this one production. Then I click save. Yeah, it's opening now. If I let me now say I need this for my mobile lightning. It's not this field. Says mobile lightning experience. Okay, action type that we have there. Okay, that's not where I'm going. I want to go to mobile lightning. So I come here, any of the field. Let me even do something now. Let me readjust. I said I will do this one when I get here. Uh, Description, that is come here. Installation stage. I don't want installation stage to be on production. So I drag this one and put it back on the top. You see now, this particular production is going to have another, the record type is not going to contain installation stage. Installation stage is for installation record type that I'm going to build later. Then this one now, you're going to, if there's any feed I want to take off from this, I want to yank off any stage that I see that is not relevant to production, I can yank it off and put it on the payload up there. But if everything is okay, I can just leave it. Let's say percentage completion. If I don't want it to be here, I can I say percentage completion. If I don't need it to be on my, you see now, I put it up. It's not going to be available at the front end any longer. By the time we enter we go to the front end, it's not going to be available there because I told us before now, you use your layout to achieve so many things, to hide things, to keep things from your end users, to do so many things. Those are the kind of things your this thing do for you. Now let's save this. Let's make quick save and try to build another page layout called uh we build production. This is the master one that we built first. Then let me build another one called I call this one installation. Installation. That's the record type. I will call this one existing page layout. I can say projects layout. Yeah, existing page layout is project layout. I click save. Yeah, I click save. Then it's going to open now. What I'm going to do here now again, these are all the field that are already here. And then I'll go to freedom mobile, this thing, and say, okay, let me rearrange this one. I'll put distraction here. I'll put this one here, installation stage. Now, yeah, I don't want status to be here. I'm going to pick the status and put it on the pallets. It's going to disappear again. But when we go to the field, you will see, you can find it there. You can find it there. Then if I see any other field here that I don't want, except the one that I cannot keep from this place, let me tell you, so that you don't make that mistake. All this one that is showing red star, red star, red star like this, they are required field. You can never keep them up. Take note, I will say it again. All the ones that are showing red before them, they are all required feed. If you try to pick it now and put it there, it's going to bounce back. Say, no way, you can't do that because they are required field. Now, if you want to do it, that means you need to go back to when you were creating that field that you make it required to say this and that. And you know you can't even do it for account. Account is a master detail relationship to product, to project, and that's why it's having red this thing here. Now let me go to the, if I have anything that I don't want here, I can just do it. And if I have more feed that I want to add to it, I can create it on the general. This thing, I come here to pick it up and put it up and add it. Let me now say, I don't want stage. I've taken a status or status already to the, I keep it on the paylet, is already there. That means everything is okay now. What I've done, I've given uh, different pick list to my installation. I've given another different pick list to my uh, production. Then I can quick save at this point. Let me quick save. Then everything will be okay. Now, after I've done this now, it's time to go to my page layout and assign my page layout. I'm not done yet. If I still go to the front now, nothing has been perfected there. Now, if I want to say I need to assign the way I assign permission set, I need to assign page layout assignment. I will go to page layout assignment. You will see all my three page layouts now. You can see everything is showing project layout, project layout. It has not been assigned. It's still carrying all the features of the master page layout that the system automatically gave to us when we're creating our project objects. Now I want to assign it, and before, this is how you assign. You click edit assignment, then at the header here, installation, you don't see now all the project layout, they are still the same, both masters, installation, no discrimination. I want to designate it at this point, the one for installation, the one for production. I need to get that done. How do I get it done? I need to just come to this, I will click the header. Take note of what I'm going to do because it might not let you. You click the header, the installation is the header of this column. I click this installation, yes. Immediately it picks all the profile. If there's any profile I want to discriminate, I can discriminate. Right? There's any one, I just say, okay, I'm picking installation for the page layout for this thing. That is when it's going to change to now installation. You can see now it has changed to installation. That is when all these things I've been doing, picking something and keeping it on the paylets or this canvas or the stuff. It hasn't still really done any magic. Where the magic is done is when I assign my project and page layout. I'm doing the assignment at this point, and when I do the assignment, that is when I go to the front end. I can see all my different page layout or record type at play in action. When I can see them in action. Then let me now pick this. I will click on this production header here. Then go to this selection header, this pick list here, to now say I'm putting this one as production. Now it's done. Everything is okay. I've designated it. I've given the one that has to do with So if I create many record type for this is how they're going to come out in different formats with different field and all those stuff. This is what I'm doing now is very deep. This is a project that this is the kind of okay, it's saved now. Yeah, save now. You can see project layout is for project layout, installation is for installation, production is for production. Let me now go to the front end to demonstrate what I've just built. I pray the time will let us to still go into these parts. I want to do something cool with parts, and we will be done for today. Let me go projects. Let me refresh. Let me say new. You see what happened now? I'm trying to build a new project. What do I have here? What do I have here? Nobody is answering me. Am I on my own?
Production installation.
Exactly. We now have different record type to work with. We have one for production. We have one for installation. What we just done here is that it simply means if we're having a project that has to do with production, then if my end users need to build a project that has to do with installation, it will go and build this installation. It doesn't have business with production. It doesn't have business with production. You go for the one that it has business with. So that's what I've just done here now. And that's what you can see at play now here. When I go to the production now, that means it's only the status pick list that will be appearing under production. When I go to installation, it will be only installation stage that will be appearing under installation. That's what it means. Let us roll and um, build if an installation project for the first time. We build some production project or something. The existing one we build. Let me say uh, you can see what we've done. Project name, installation. Let me call it installation. Installation one. Installation one. Installation project one. Then dates to start it is gonna be on the 7th. Date to end it. Let's say it's gonna be the next 21 days. The manager, a project manager, Jack Rich, is a good guy. He's having all the projects. Let's say estimated cost is going to be 2 million for this installation project they're giving us. Actual cost maybe 670,000. So let's say I don't want my end users to see the actual cost now. I can hide it using layout. I just keep it away from them so that they don't have access to see how much our company is making on that project. So that they don't start asking your company for increment. 1,500,000. And uh, I would say contingency. This installation stage, can we see now? We have installation stage. The installation stage is, let's say, we are still we have done quotation, contract signing, installation and construction. And that's the stage it is now. Then account, which company are we doing this for? Let's say it's Pharmaco of Florida. Yes. Then who's the contact person on that Pharmaco? Batabasa, that's the contact person working in that company that we're doing this installation project for. Then I go to what is the percentage completion? I leave percentage completion for installation. That's why I have it, but I had it for production. Let's say percentage completion is just here at 15%. Let's say 15. Yeah. Then I click save. For the first time now, we have installation project. Then let me create another project called production. Yeah, let me call it production project one. Let me say new, then production. Let me say next. If we check here now, we will not have a complete. Can you see percentage complete is not here? And also, we will not see installation stage here. Are we making sense? Then click on start date. It's going to be 20. Let me say 7th. Then end date is going to be when? 20. That'll be 28th. Then the project manager is going to be Jack Rich. Then priority is going to be 1. Actual cost is going to be, let's say, 3 million. I like big figures. 30 million, wow. Estimated cost should be now be 450. That would be 35 million. That one. 35 million, yeah. Any other thing? Jack Rich, project manager. Where's my account? Yeah, account field is gonna be, let's say, KJPLSA, who's the guy there. Paul Gabriel is the guy there. Let's say I want to save it. I click save. You can see now I successfully created different one for project one, installation project one, production project. This was for all this one we created in the past were from our master project layout when we newly created our project. Now that we've designated it, be functioning in a different format.
Alright, that's a wrap up for today's video. I hope you have picked up some valuable insights and actionable tips in Salesforce ecosystem. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumb up. If you found it helpful, I'm Asikola Oshirikan and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.